Hey there, I'm Lance and I'm a gamer.
And I'm Sam and I'm a non-gamer.
And we are Love to Hate, where we try to help gamers find great games to play with non-gamers.
And today we're taking a look at Leaf by Weird City Games.
Leaf comes from designer Tim Eisner, who brought us the fantastic card drafting game Canopy, which made our top 10 of 2021 list. And so Leaf is his newest venture, and this is a game that has several different mechanics working for it, but the main mechanic is going to be leaf laying, which is just another way to say tile laying of sorts. And you're going to be placing your leaves on the forest floor, trying to connect different leaves of different colors to get more actions to do more things. This will make much more sense down below as I explain it to you, and then we'll come back and share our thoughts on it as a gamer and non-gamer. Alright, I have Leaf on the table. Let me show you guys this game of many mechanics, and I do want to let you know that everything you see in this portion of the video is prototype, so the final artwork, components, and maybe even some of the rules may change once it is released from crowdfunding. That being said, let me show you guys what you have here in this game. And as you can see, we have a bunch of leaves of different colors and different shapes that you are going to be placing out here in the center of the board. You do have some animal cards on a board over here in a small market, and you have another board, a tree, that you are going to be progressing on with your squirrel meeple. Now, in this game, it's very simple. What you are going to be doing on your turn are playing a leaf card to play one of these leaves over here that you see out into this central area, gaining actions, which will let you complete sets of animals, get more leaf cards, get sun tokens, which will advance the round tracker throughout the course of the game, getting you points, and advancing along this tree, as well as putting out mushrooms. Now, I know that was a lot, but you do have a really nice player aid that's going to show you everything here, very nice and concise, and this is it. This is pretty much all the rules for the game, and then on the back of this, you are going to see final scoring. So, in more detail, let me show you how a turn works. As I mentioned, you are going to have leaf cards. Now, you'll have a hand of these, and you will play one of these cards every turn, and if you don't have a card, if you have none of these cards, that's not good, because you are then going to have to take a -3 acorn token, which that's obviously worth negative points at the end of the game. You do not want these. Real quick, I do want to mention this is the Token Sesame. It is a really nice token tray accessory, and if you would like your own, check out the link in the description of this video for a discount code. Now, back to the game here. You are going to play one of these cards. So for instance, I have the silver maple, and I would just discard it right here to this area, and I would take the top one from the silver maple pile, and I would place it out here on the playing surface, trying to connect these highlighted tips with other highlighted tips of the leaves that are out here, and the stems do count as well. And real quick, this is going to be the setup for every game. You're going to have a silver maple orange leaf, and then I can't remember what this is, sassafras maybe, green leaf that is right here, and these are denoted by S's on the back. And again, this is prototype. There will be a more finalized product here that tells you that these are the starting leaves that connect like so. So I'm playing this leaf out here, and I'm trying to make connections like so. And having done this, what I've earned myself, I am connected here, here, and here. And this one is connected to two different leaves. So I have 2 orange connections and 2 green connections. So what that means is I earned myself 2 green actions and 2 orange actions. And you can see what the actions are. Green is going to let me draw more cards. Orange is going to let me take animals. Now, I can take from the face-up market here, or I can take blindly off the top of the deck, and obviously I want bigger sets of animals. So I could take the 2 hedgehogs there, or I might alternatively take this raven because it has an acorn on it, and acorns on animal cards are extra points. So I might try doing that. Anyhow, whatever I end up taking, the market does not refill until after my turn is over, and I would just take those animals and I would place them in my forest, which is going to be this area above my player board. And we'll come back to what animal cards do here in a minute. Now, some of the other actions that you will be doing throughout the course of the game, if you were to get any brown actions, that would allow you to advance on the tree here. Now, the tree has diverging paths that you may follow, collecting the different resources along the way, such as sun tokens or more leaf cards, or just straight victory points. Acorns are victory points throughout the course of the game. The yellow leaf here is going to get you sun tokens. So what are sun tokens good for? Sun tokens are going to allow you to advance the round tracker. And I know it's a little difficult to see here because it's behind this stack of acorns, but you are going to pay 3 sun tokens at any time on your turn to advance the round marker 1 space forward and collecting a number of acorns, victory points, for having done so depending on which spot you move it to. Now, anytime you cross one of these dotted lines, that is going to be when a frost occurs. And coming back down here to our player board, I would take whatever set of the largest animals that I have collected. So if I had taken those 2 hedgehogs, that would maybe be my largest set. And I would have to move it down here into my winter's den. And depending on how big my animals are, that particular set is going to score me a number of points. So I want to try to get large sets of animals. And you only do this 3 times throughout the course of the game. You're going to have the first frost, second frost, and then winter will hit. And this will be the marking for the end of the game. So you want to pay attention to when the round marker advances. This particular leaf, back to it real quick, it's special. Anytime you play this particular leaf, you are going to get to put out one of your mushroom tokens. Now, mushroom tokens are important, and this is a good time to talk about it. Let's say this leaf was placed like so, like that, because the red action has to do with mushrooms. So we'll go ahead and place this leaf out here like so, making good connections. And anytime that you earn red actions, so we'll just do it like that, I have earned myself 2 red actions. And what I can do with that, I can place out a baby mushroom on any leaf out here, or I could turn a baby mushroom into a fully grown mushroom. Now, why do I want mushrooms in the first place? Well, mushrooms do 2 things for you. Whenever your mushroom is the biggest mushroom on a particular leaf, and what I mean by that is if another player had a mushroom on the same leaf as you, so long as your mushroom is bigger than their mushroom, you are going to earn sunlight tokens. Again, that's what advances the round tracker anytime another player places a leaf touching that particular leaf. So that's one good benefit. But the other benefit is you want to try to have fully grown mushrooms and connected leaves. Because at the end of the game, you will score victory points for how many leaves that are connected with your fully grown mushrooms on them. And you can see how many points you get for that. Now that's pretty much the gist of the game. You'll be playing leaves out here, collecting animals, advancing this track right here. Once the marker gets to the end of the winter phase, then you will go into final scoring, and you can see what you get points here for. You'll get points for leftover leaf and sun tokens. Acorns are obviously points. Whoever progressed along the tree the furthest is going to get extra points. You get points for your animals in your winter's den, points for your mushrooms, and whoever has the most points is going to be the winner. And that is how you play Leaf. Let's go back up top and share our thoughts on this game.
And we're back, and now we're going to share our thoughts on Leaf from a gamer and non-gamer's perspective. And it just occurred to me, I didn't mention this is going to be on Kickstarter, so make sure to check out that Kickstarter link down below after you watch our video. And do note, this is a prototype. This is not what the final box is going to look like. That being said, Sam, I got to ask you, seeing this out on the table, the beautiful colors, the leaves, everything that's going on with this game, you even have animals. What was your first impression seeing it out on the table?
It draws you in for sure. It was interesting to see. You have all the leaves. You don't know what you're going to do with them. Animals. You have a tree that you're
track progression.
Yeah, track progression. Different tokens. So there's a lot going on, but it kind of draws you in.
I think this is a beautiful game, just like Canopy was a beautiful game. With the different colors and shapes of the leaves and it's spreading out. I mean, it really looks like a forest floor, and I mean, the look of it just gets you into the theme of the game. I think it's a really cool appeal to it. Has a nice table presence to it. Let's talk about the actual gameplay. What did you as a non-gamer think of this one?
I really liked the leaf placement aspect of it, and honestly, if that was all it was, plus the animals, I would have been sold. And I still am sold. I'm very excited to see the final product of this game. It's definitely one that we're going to keep playing. I felt like maybe there's a little too much going on with the track progression, the animals, the leaves, the other track progressor that you
there's mushrooms and
there's a lot. And you kind of, and the first time we played this game, I played badly because I was very much just focused on leaves and animals. And the second time, I was like, no, I'm going to...
Gotta diversify a little bit.
I did the mushrooms and the leaves and the animals, and I still lost.
But it was a very close game.
But I lost. And so I just think there's so much to wrap your head around. But it is a game that you want to play again and you want to do better at. So it's not a con, it's just an observation.
No, I can understand what Sam is talking about. There is, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, there are a lot of mechanics at play here. I mean, you do have leaf placement, which is tile placement. You do have track progression. You have set collection. You have area control. You have action selection. I mean, there's a lot going on with this game, but I feel like each piece is just a little piece, and none of them in and of themselves are too difficult to comprehend and wrap your mind around. It's just the sum of it all. Can be...
Well, and it's figuring out what to do with your time and your resources.
And how do you get your points, which is why I absolutely love this game. And what I mean by that is it's not so straightforward that it's clear what your best move is to do on every single turn. There might be 1 or 2 turns where it's pretty obvious because this leaf over here has 5 points sticking out and you can connect 3 of them. And that's going to give you a huge boon if you take that leaf. But more often than not, you're not going to be so clear as to, well, what's my best move? You're going to be weighing out different options. You're going to be looking at the market of animals. You're going to be seeing how far is that person on the tree or the mushrooms. What's the state of the mushrooms?
It's also a game where you really need to pay attention.
You
need to pay attention to what the other person's doing. I would have won if I would have just put my mushrooms next to each other. I didn't know that
instead
was a
of
thing.
splitting
them up. I was just adding mushrooms. And so it's a game that takes some time to learn, but in a fun way, not in a frustrating way.
Every time I've played this game, I have immediately wanted to come back and play another round of it. It's that fun to me. And it's a quick game. That's the one thing that I'm really blown away about this. For it to have as many different things as it has going on in it, it really feels like it's blazing fast. And it's over before I want it to be over. And that's not necessarily a con. You know, there are some games out there that aren't long enough for you. This is like a 40-minute game, which I feel is long enough for this type of game. But man, I want more of it. I want it to go even further than what it is. And so I have a blast with this game. And I'm going to tell you right now that when this game comes out in 2023, it's probably going to be in my top 10.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, it's that good of a game for me.
I'm excited to see what it's going to look like and to have it.
Yeah. I got to try this out at Gen Con with Tim. He showed it to me, and I was in love with it. Then getting to play it here at home, playing a full game of it, playing several games of it. Man, this is a fantastic game. I really like it. Would it be one that you would recommend playing with non-gamers?
Yeah, I think it's perfect for non-gamers. I think it's really, especially non-gamers that are, starting to get into gaming maybe a little bit. It just has so many of those mechanics that they might have seen in other games, and it kind of brings them all together. So
yeah, I think that's a perfect way to describe it. That this is probably a game that would work great with somebody who's already been dabbling a little bit into the gaming hobby and experienced some of these mechanics, and this is a way to really kind of
blow their mind with all the different mechanics that are jam-packed into this game. So I highly recommend it. It is Leaf from Weird City Games. Again, it's going to be running on Kickstarter, so make sure to check out the link down below in the description of the video and leave us some comments. Let us know what you think about this game.
Make sure to like and subscribe and push that bell button so you get notifications of all our new content.
I'm Lance.
I'm Sam.
And we are Love to Hate, where we try to bridge the gap between gamers and non-gamers. We'll catch you next time.